You're listening to Miscast Commentary.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary, a coming attractions episode. I'm Joe Finley, Todd Tebow the Sailor Murray, not here. It's the holidays, it's a little bit of a break going on, and we're just all dealing, and that's okay. Not a ton for you, it's going to be a very short one today when I'm usually alone and sad. This tends to happen. Now, not a lot in the way of news. We got a lot of things to look forward to. As of today, as of the release of this, the season finale of The Mandalorian is out. My cat is here, very excited about it. And I'm very excited. It's been a wonderful season so far, and it comes to its end, which bums me out. They just announced the giant layout of Star Wars properties that are going to be coming out over the next little while. Some animated, some books, some whatever. They have the High Republic as their new book coming out. The Bad Batch, the animated sequel to what would be the Clone Wars series. What else do you have? The Ahsoka Tano spinoff, the Lando spinoff, the Obi-Wan spinoff. All sorts of stuff coming. The Rogue Squadron. If you haven't seen the teaser trailer for that with Patty Jenkins, I highly recommend you go and check it out. It kind of bummed me out that I knew it was a teaser for Star Wars before it happened. I think I would have lost my mind had I seen it and it been, oh man, this is actually for something else. That would have been really cool, but it is what it is. We survive, and it's still really cool. I'm still very excited about it, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of projects, a lot of things to be looking forward to in the Star Wars universe. And speaking of the Star Wars universe, but not really, that's kind of a teaser. We've got an interview coming up in the new year that I will be doing next week, actually. And it is going to be a good one, I promise. And it's going to be about something related to Star Wars, not directly connected to the Star Wars universe. It's not technically canon. And by technically, I mean it's not canon at all. But it's a lot of fun, and Star Wars fans, I think, will get a kick out of it. So keep an ear out for that. I'll be interviewing somebody involved in that, and then we're going to be doing a movie, not a Star Wars movie, but something that will relate to his projects. So you have that to look forward to in the new year. We actually got quite a few movies recorded so far, and we got some fun little challenges we've given ourselves. And it's been a lot of fun. Aside from that, it's been a good year. I mean, no, it hasn't. It's been a goddamn nightmare. But it has been, for the show, it's a lot of growing has been going on, doing a lot of new things. We're doing our stream. We've converted our podcast for video, for the most part, for YouTube. And we continue to grow, and we welcome any ideas. If people want to see something in this podcast, you can always email us, podcast@miscastcommentary.com, or reach out to us on Twitter at miscastpodcast, any of those good things, and we'll be here, and we're very open to hearing from you. Very bummed out when I got no responses to any alternate theories for the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse as to whether or not that spider came from Earth 2099 or anything like that. I was kind of hoping it was going to trigger some kind of awesome nerd discussion, but it didn't, and that's okay. What else we got going on? I am currently developing a Discord community for us. I'm going to have places for us to chat about the movies that we're doing. I've got a place I'll be able to actually play old episodes through there, like a playlist, and that you can come on and listen to old episodes as it goes. And I think it'll be a lot of fun there, and good place to nerd out, good place to meet like-minded people, and maybe hopefully we'll have some chats with some fun people in there as well. So you have that to look forward to. I will actually have in the show notes for this will be the link to that if you want to kind of get in on the ground floor. It's kind of rough around the edges right now, but still you can get in there, and I'm in there. You can chat with me any old time, and I'm looking forward to that. Something else I'm looking forward to is next week's movie, because very rarely has our Christmas movie actually come in on the Friday. Usually it ends up being a bonus episode or something like that. Not so this time. So I'm very excited about the prospect of that. But the bad news is I don't know what movie it's going to be yet. We haven't decided. I am recording this episode as I usually do with my family. We had recorded an episode, which was another movie, and we had some issues in that most of it did not record. So we have to record something else, and we decided not to go with that movie. We're going to go with that movie at a later date, probably in the next Christmas. So we're nailing down a couple of ideas, but next week we are recording that episode, and it will be edited and ready to go in time for Christmas. So if you have that period of time, or you have the kind of family where after the opening of the presents and all that, everybody just goes back to sleep, you'll have something to do. You'll have a nice family episode to listen to, and it's always the only safe for work kind of thing. And I know most people aren't working on Christmas. Some do. Hopefully they'll listen to the episode too, just to cheer them up a little bit. But I got nothing for you. We will announce as soon as we record the episode. We will announce officially on social media what that movie is going to be. Until then, you're in suspense, and I do apologize for that. But I don't really apologize for that. I just don't. What kind of news is going on? The Tom Cruise thing, very big in the news this week. He had lashed out at some crew members for not following COVID protocols. I actually tweeted about this because people started... Now, yes, too harsh? Absolutely. I can't argue that, because one man should not be screaming at another man for anything like that. I don't care if you're my boss, that's not how you talk to me. But people were comparing it to the whole Christian Bale thing, and I took issue with that. And my tweet essentially, I'll probably put it up here if you're watching it on video, but I'm paraphrasing for people listening at home. You can't really compare the two, because Tom Cruise has money in this. So this Mission Impossible 7 that they were shooting, he actually has his own money in on this. He is a producer, and they're shooting internationally, and they have a lot of rules to follow. Failure to follow those rules, or any kind of, basically any sickness or anything like that, shuts down their set. And it costs the production millions, but again, that's money right out of Tom Cruise's pocket this time. So I get it. I get that he was mad, and I get that he was threatening to fire people, and again, the yelling, too much. The message behind it, I'm 100% on board for. The comparison to Christian Bale was a little ridiculous, though, because as I put in my tweet, Christian Bale didn't have all these things at stake. He just saw somebody moving in front of him while he was pretending in front of McG. You know? I do understand there's professionalism things, and there's expectations and all that, but sorry, guy who is a gaffer or whatever, getting screamed at by the star of a movie because he moved a little bit. I mean, you're making millions. You could focus a little bit, or you could just stop it and say, no, I got distracted, start it again. Something like that. But I don't know. That's the difference between you two. If you have any thoughts on this, I know I got into it with some friends about this, but if you have any thoughts about it, tweet at us or any of those good old things. Actually, the things are popping up right now, ways to reach out to us and all that good stuff. So I'd love to hear your opinions on it. I think, again, I think that the message was justified. I think that the means was a little just a bit too much. So yeah, so that was that. What else do we got? We got Wonder Woman 1984 to look forward to as of next week. What other great things are coming out? There's a lot of stuff coming out, isn't there? I don't have the list in front of me right now, but the new year is going to have some content for you at the very least. If it's not offering you a vaccine as early as you'd like, or any of those other things, at the very least, you're going to have something to watch while you're potentially, dying of COVID. I hope that doesn't happen, especially to my listeners. If you're over there just listening to Rogan, whatever, I don't want you to die, but I want you to not die less than my listeners. Does that make sense? It's like my family, right? It's like, I don't want anybody to get sick, but I want my family to get sick the least. I think I saved that. I think I did. I think I explained that pretty well. Yeah, so I mean, that's that. It's a short episode. I don't even have a trailer for you. I apologize. But that's what happens when the holidays come around and all this good stuff. I am truly grateful for all of you who have been with us. Newcomers to the show, welcome. Fairly newcomers to the show, We're glad you stuck around. The people who've been here since the beginning, I can't say enough things. It's the reason we continue to do it. So, as always, as I say, tell a friend if you enjoy the show. Say, hey, get behind these morons who have nothing better to do than to yell about stuff when one of their guys' wife is asleep. But, yeah, tell them, rate and review us on any format that you're using: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, all those great places. Helps us get seen. It algorithms things up, and robots throw things up in the air, and it makes everything just a whole hell of a lot more pleasant for us, and exposes us to more people, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm also grateful to my friends over at Dueling Decades, who made me a cast member this year, and I get to go on there and spread my know-it-allism and just general Canadian brashness about, and they've been great friends to me and great supporters of this show. And in the new year, this is a guarantee, they will be appearing on this show, and we will be discussing a movie, and they may be the first of any of our guests to stick around for the entire commentary. So we're trying to get all of that worked out, but they have a pretty big announcement on their end, and we're trying to kind of like line those two things up right now to see if we can give each other the synergy that it's going to need to make both things just take off to the stratosphere. So that's that. As always, though, I've already told you where to email us: podcast@miscastcommentary.com. Go to miscastcommentary.com. You can find there all of the interviews that we've done. You can find the full-length versions of all of those, and they're a lot of fun to listen to. Catch a lot of stuff that wasn't in the episodes, either the interview episode or the commentary episode with all their clips in it. Tons of conversation. Our latest one with Michael Cooney, just a fantastic conversation, and its video version, you can find that on our website, and there's just so much going on in there that you could going on with those that you'll have a lot of fun. And we got more interviews to come. I'm reaching out to some pretty fun people, and hopefully we will get them all lined up for you. Where else can you find us? At Miscast Podcast on Twitter. I'm at JK Finley. Todd's at Miscast Todd. Join our Facebook, facebook.com/miscastcommentary. You get all our news and clips and fun stuff there. We have a Tumblr. You can go and find that and follow that. I'd love that. Our Twitch, twitch.tv/miscastcommentary. Would love, I don't think it's going to happen by the end of the year, but I would love it if we could make partner by the end of the year, which means I think we just need to get to 50 followers. And I mean, this is still fairly infantile, like for Twitch, it's still fairly in its infancy. So we have time. We've got followers. We'd love to get some more. We'd get to that point and get some more views and stuff like that. I do some gaming on there as well. And yeah, all that good stuff. So by all means, join up and take a look at that. Our Instagram as well, at Miscast Commentary. So many ways to reach out to us. It's the future age. We did, though, I will say, we got rid of our phone number. You won't see that in our show notes anymore. It just wasn't worth keeping. I think that the automatic answering service of waiting 5 billion rings before the voicemail came out was not a great thing. If in the future there's another option out there for us for phone, we will go ahead and do that. But for now, you can reach out to us on our Discord, as I said before, too. You can find the link below, and all of those good things. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing more of you guys in 2021. And hopefully it's going to be just a goddamn better year. And hopefully I can, some things can get back to normal. I mean, people who have listened for long enough know that all of this stuff happened right as I was about to take my family to Disney and my son for the very first time. I would love to be able, in 2021, to be able to take him to a somewhat return to normal version of Disney. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I don't know if we might have to wait a little bit longer for that, but that's okay. We're being patient now because I'd rather give him the experience that we gave Abby, which is the magic experience, So I'm going to be patient, and I don't want to half-ass it, and I don't want to half-ass anything. I'm not half-assing anybody's safety. I'm not, as much as I want to make sure that I'm safe and my family are safe, I also want to make sure that the people I am, patronizing, is that the word? Am I using that right? Making sure that they're safe too. I don't want to be a carrier of this thing or something like that and then go around and just because I wanted to go on It's a Small World, yeah, that's right, I go on that bad boy, that all of a sudden we have to, people start to get sick again. I want to be healthy, I want to be vaccinated, I want my family to be vaccinated, I want everybody to be safe. My wish for you, again, just because this is going to be my one real chance to just kind of say one-on-one to my fans. I don't like to use that word as it's probably not true. Most of you are here for Todd, right? That's fine. It's fine. I talk too much. But to our listeners, I'm very grateful for you guys. Every last one of you. The ones who found us on YouTube, the ones who found us through our podcast world, the ones who have come to us from other appearances that we've made, and then just people who are just friends of ours. I'm grateful for every last one of you for being here, and expect more good things. People who are listening probably thought I was choking up. I was choking, but just on my own saliva because I'm part basset hound, I think it is. I got nothing else for you guys this week. I'm very, very, again, very grateful that you're all here. And I can't wait to celebrate Christmas with you next week. I think we're going to try and do something for Hanukkah one year. I don't know what that's going to be. I'm not going to do like Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights. I think we might just do like 8 days in a row of something. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe get some canon, 8 days of canon films or something like that. Menachem Golan, it's a fine Jew. I think he's still alive too. Canon films. So, until next week, guys. Christmas, we're going to have some fun, whatever movie it is. We'll see you then.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.